Hi everybody, this is Ospreyeye from mychartcoach.com, and we're going to take a look at some of the stocks in the marijuana sector today. Okay, first let's take a look at GWPH. Okay, this is the sector leader. You can see here, this is the daily chart. Each candle represents 1 day of trading. You've got RSI and Fasto both in the bull zone. Plus DI shows this breakout here. Notice the plus DI spiking. There was this big run up to 37 on Friday, and then it pulled all the way back. The long upper wick does show profit taking. This is a multi-day run, a 3-day run. The key level to break is going to be this closing price on February 14th. If there can be a close above that level, then the uptrend should continue and it should make a run back up to 137. What we want to see is this middle Bollinger Band hold. That will be a signal that the uptrend is still strong. Notice that GWPH has been heading higher since back in 2016. If you notice here, there's a parabolic SAR bullish flip. It's some nice volume going into the end of the week. MACD closed pinch here on the 12, 26, and 9. Look for a bullish crossover. And then if you look here at the 8, 13, and 5 on MACD, you'll see there was a bullish crossover on last week. And so let's take a look at the weekly chart. On the weekly chart for GWPH, each candle represents 1 week of trading. And if you see here, there's this nice move this week, last week. The candles are forming above the middle Bollinger Band. There's this nice uptrend going. The key level of the break is going to be back here, the September high close. If you can get a weekly close above this, which is about 132.5, I think that will be the signal that it's ready to break out higher. Notice it pulled back, hit the middle Bollinger Band, and retraced back to 132. So this jar has been filled. It has made it back to the September high close. Now it just needs to close above that level to signal that it's ready to break out higher. If you look at MACD down here, it's pinched on the 12, 26, and 9. A crossover is going to be a signal that a new uptrend is starting. Now take a look here at the MACD 8, 13, and 5. There was already a bullish crossover. Okay, another stock that is breaking out that's in the marijuana sector is CARA. Okay, this stock has got this nice uptrend going. You do have Fasto and RSI in the overbought power zone. If you notice on the last big run, RSI was above 70 during the entire run, and Fasto did stay above 70 above 80 during the run. So it has a history of being able to head higher in the overbought power zone. So the big move last week was the move above this high close in February. Notice that there was a pullback to the middle Bollinger Band, came back up, and then it broke above the high close horizontal resistance level and closed strong on Friday. Notice there was good volume to finish the week. So this is looking like it's ready to keep pushing higher. There was a MACD bullish crossover, so that's signaling the start of a new run. It had already crossed over on the 8, 13, and 5, and there was already a parabolic SAR bullish flip. On a pullback, you'd like to see this 16, just above 1650 turn into support. If you look at the CARA weekly chart, each candle on this chart represents 1 week of trading. You'll see it was up 20% last week. You've got RSI and Fasto now in the overbought power zone. You know, Fasto is at 99, so it did close near high of the week. There was this bullish crossover here above 80x, so plus DI is showing the bulls are strongly in control. There was this bullish close this week above the November high close from back in 2015. That was the key level to break. Now the close above that, which was right around 17, is now putting this high close back here in August on deck of 2015, and that would be around 22. So this looks like it's making its way back up to 22. It's filling the jar back to the prior 2015 resistance levels, and then 22 is going to be the big level. If it can bust through 22, then it might test 24. What bulls want to see is they want to see this uptrend continue. Back here, it all started back here in July with the close above the middle Bollinger Band. That was a signal the chart was heating up. Notice the candles have been trading below. This signaled it was heating up. It pulled back. It took a few weeks to consolidate, and then the move in September back above the middle Bollinger Band signaled the start of this very strong uptrend. So as long as the candles keep riding the EMAs higher, this uptrend should continue. Notice there's been very big volume behind the move. Okay, now Now let's look at IGC. IGC is a stock that is now in the marijuana sector. It had made a nice move, and then it pulled back. It had this good move a couple weeks ago where it ran up to the 200-day simple moving average and above the 300-day simple moving average. It pulled all the way back, and then it closed right at the 50-day simple moving average at 29. Okay, that is the key level to break. If it can break 29, then if it can hold 20, that's a key level to hold. If it can hold 29, then it can get above and break back above the 100-day simple moving average. Then it can continue the uptrend. If it fails to turn hold the middle Bollinger Band support level 30, that could signal downside risk. So this is the crucial level for IGC to bounce off of. We're looking for a bounce off of it next week. Notice there was big volume on the move up, and then there was this red day where there was profit taking, and then it's been light volume on the pullback. So look for a bullish crossover. MACD is starting to pinch there, and there was a bearish flip on PSAR. So the chart has really broken down. It needs to hold this level right here to stay in play. If it closes below those key support levels, it will no longer be a good setup. Okay, look at INSY. This is another stock that had broken above the 200-day simple moving average, similar to IGC, and then it pulled all the way back down to the middle Bollinger Band. The middle Bollinger Band is lined up with the 100-day simple moving average at 11. So this is the 11 support zone. You want to see that hold. As long as the middle Bollinger Band holds, this will be the key level to reload for a bounce and a playback up to the 200-day simple moving average. If there's a break below the middle Bollinger Band, that could signal the chart is broken and a potential drop down to the 50-day simple moving average. You don't want to see these levels turn back into resistance like they were back here in January, because that will signal downside risk. They need to remain support for the share price to head higher. It needs to get above the 200-day simple moving average. If it can do that, then that's going to put the 300-day simple moving average on deck. So yeah, once again, this chart has broken down. It has the PSAR both bear flip. It needs to hold support here. This is a very similar setup for ZYNE, another stock that had a 4-day pullback. Notice the 4 red candles in a row. It had double topped here at 23 resistance, and now it's hitting this middle Bollinger Band support level. This is where it needs to hold, right here at 21. This 21 level. If it fails to hold that, then you're looking at a drop down to this ascending support line. Notice how this support line has been holding. Okay, if that breaks, then you're looking at a 50-day simple moving average test. So this is the crucial level. Once again, 4 red candles in a row. You should see a bounce off this level if the uptrend is going to continue. And then finally, let's look at IIPR. This is the New York Stock Exchange marijuana sector IPO, the first company to be publicly traded in the marijuana sector on the New York Stock Exchange. It's had this consolidation where it pulled back. It failed to break 20 back here in January. Now it's retraced all the way back to this December support level that's right here in the 16 zone. It's been trying to hold it. If it can hold this level, what we're looking for is a close above EMA4. That's this pink line. If it can close above that, then it might make a bounce and a run back up to the middle Bollinger Band. As long as it's closing below EMA4, that's going to signal more downside risk. And if this 1620 support zone breaks, then you're looking at a drop down here to this close back here on the 5th of December, and that should be a big support level. If that breaks, you're looking at low of day on that day. So this is fully retraced back to these lows when it first started trading. So it's going to be important for this to hold support here, get back above EMA4 to get an uptrend going. This is a really nasty downtrend, and so we're just seeing if it can find support in this zone and maybe correct here. So keep an eye on IIPR. All right, thanks for viewing these marijuana sectors that trade on the big boards. Most of the stocks in the sector trade over the counter on the OTC, and I'll post a video next highlighting some of the stocks in that sector. Okay, thanks for viewing this video. Check us out at mychartcoach.com and our YouTube channel at mychartcoach.com. Thank you.